This is RD Sharma Solution Class 12 Chapter 19. We are taking the exercise 19.2 Indefinite Integrals. Now all these questions which you see here, these are very basic questions and they will employ the basic formula of integration or basic results of integration. Now this question which you see here, 3 into x under root x plus 4 under root x plus 5. So when we have to integrate it, the other terms means the terms will be dealt separately. In order to get this x under root x, that simply means x into x to the power half. Under root x is nothing but x to the power half. And when the base is same, the exponents get added. We need to add 1 and half. So we have x to the power 1 plus 1 by 2. And 1 plus 1 by 2 is simply 3 by 2. So that's how you get x raised 3 by 2. How about under root x? As I just suggested, under root x is nothing but x to the power half, x raised half. So what do you get here? 3 into x under root x, as we just discussed, it's x raised 3 by 2, plus 4 under root x is x raised to the power half, and 5 is there already. And all will have dx because we are integrating with respect to dx. So whenever we are integrating, say a plus b or a minus b dx, the terms will be integrated separately, or it can be integrated separately. So we have 3 terms here, 1, 2, 3. And as we know, the differentiation of constant is if it contains any variable, then the constant comes in front. It will not be differentiated. For example, here 3x raised 3 by 2, I am separating these 3 terms. Integration of 4x raised half. Now we have this 5, and everywhere there is a dx. Please remember, I am not writing the dx, but you need to keep in mind that dx will always be there. These constant time I was talking about, it can be taken in front. That is 3 I have taken outside, so x raised 3 by 2. Dx I am not writing again. This is our you and me. We have already discussed that dx you are going to write because we have to do so many questions. So I am just refraining from writing dx most of the time. Okay. The main thing is 5 here. Nothing is there, that means x raised 0. X raised 0 simply means it's 1. Anything to the power or any variable or any constant to the power 0 is 1. So basic integration formula is x raised and dx will be simply x raised n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 and along with the constant of c. So this constant of c, constant of c, constant of c, there will be 3 constant of c and we will combine them to form a simple combined constant of c. Now this is x raised n plus 1 by n plus 1. I am applying it here. Here also x raised half plus 1 divided by half plus 1. So don't need to put this integration sign because already the integration of x raised half is this one. Again here also x raised 0 plus 1 by 0 plus 1. When we integrated this, we got constant of integration. Here also constant of integration. Here also constant of integration. So this constant of integration, constant of integration, constant of integration, just call them C1, C2, C3. It can be any constant of integration. They combine to form a simple constant of integration, which you can call it as constant C. Because every term will give you a constant. And those constant we have combined it to a constant because actually it's a constant. So we don't know the value, so we can just put it as C. Now what is 3 by 2 plus 1? It's 5 by 2. I'm showing it to you here. It will be x raised 5 by 2. In denominator also we have 5 by 2, but this when it goes up, it will invert. The reciprocal of this will be multiplied. Here also 4, half plus 1 is 3 by 2 and this is x 2 by 3 goes up, so I'm just replacing it or ignoring it right now. X raised 3 by 2 plus here x raised 1 divided by 1, so let us write it as x only. Combine all these c and call it as c, capital C. We get 6 by 5 x raised 5 by 2 plus 4 to the 8 by 3 x raised 3 by 2 or x to the power 3 by 2 is the same thing, which I will generally use interchangeably. X raised 3 by 2, this x, see 5 was already there. So we have taken this 5 as constant and integration of dx is simple x. So 5x you get and then we have a constant c, capital C. This is the final result what you get. Now this is the final result in front of you. All of them has to be dealt separately and the formula wherever it is possible is to be written. So wherever you write, do the rough work so that examiner knows what you're doing. Next one, before we go ahead, there are certain results of integration. integration of a raised x, a to the power x, is simply a raised x divided by log a. You can write it as a raised x and log base is e. When the log has base e, we write it as ln. ln. How about 1 by x? We'll get 1 by x also. Integration of 1 by x is simply ln x or log base ex. I'm not writing dx, please remember. If I forget to write dx, that simply means you have to write dx. Dx will always be there. Every time it will be there. So 1 by x integration will be ln x. Log base ex is ln x. Now this will do normally because it's the most standard result of integration. So we have this 2 raised x dx, and then we have 5 by x dx. So the first step is to separate all these terms and then deal with them one by one. We have 1 by x raised 1 by 3 dx. So this 2 raised x is a simply integration of a raised x. It will be a raised x log a, and since log is base e, I'm writing ln 2. What is 1 by x dx? We just discussed it. It's ln x. So we have ln x here, 5 into ln x. Now this x raised 1 by 3 in the denominator will go up, and it will be x raised minus 1 by 3. When we have x raised minus 1 by 3, it's x raised n integration. So it will be x raised n plus 1 by n plus 1. Now I'm not adding the constant. It will be there everywhere. So x raised minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by minus 1 by 3 is the integration which we are doing. 1 minus 1 by 3 is simply, so it's 3 minus 1 by 3, it's 2 by 3. So x 2 by 3 divided by 2 by 3. And this denominator 2 by 3, as I told you, when it goes up, it will be inverted. Reciprocal will be taken. So 3 by 2 into x raised 2 by 3. So there are 3 different terms we got, and finally we have the constant of integration that needs to be added. So this is your final result which we get here. So the standard result are being used here, and this is for you that you understand the formula, and when you do the practice, the formulas will be on your fingertips. Next is under root x. This is under root x is simply x raised to the power half. So x to the power half is under root x. Now let us resolve this first. Then we'll resolve, and then we will deal with the integration. So the first term is x raised half. Inside this we have ax square plus bx plus c. Now multiply x raised half with each of the terms. So a into x square into x raised half. This will be the first one. So the power will get added of x raised to the power 2 and 1 by 2. 2 plus 1 by 2 is simply, this is 2 to the 4, 4 plus 1 by 2, 5 by 2. So x to the power 5 by 2 it will be. A into x to the power 5 by 2 plus b here x raised half, and this x to the power 1. 1 plus half is 3 by 2. So we have b into x to the power 3 by 2. 3 by 2. And then we have this c multiplied by x raised half will be c into x raised half. So this multiplication, this is the final, you can say, expression which needs to be integrated. Now I'm separating these terms. Integration of a x raised 5 by 2 dx, integration of b into x raised 3 by 2, and then we have c. Remember, dx will always be there everywhere. C x raised half, integration of this one. So this constant will take outside. Integration of x raised n will be x raised n plus 1 by n plus 1, or x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Please remember, the denominator will go up if it is in the p by q form. It will be q by p when it goes to the numerator. Now x raised 5 by 2, as I am saying, dx will always be there. So we have a mutual agreement. I am not writing dx, and you will write always dx. Next one, b integration of x 3 by 2. This step is only I am taking the constant outside, because the constant in the differentiation or integration will not affect. It can be taken outside. What is x raised 5 by 2 plus 1? 5 by 2 plus 1 is 7 by 2. So x to the power 7 by 2 divided by 7 by 2. When it is in the denominator 7 by 2, it goes up. It will be 2 by 7. This one. So 2a by 7 plus b. X raised 3 by 2. 3 by 2 plus 1, that is 3 plus 2 by 2. So x to the power 5 by 2 in the denominator we have 5 by 2. So we have 5 by 2 in the denominator, and this goes up 2 by 5 it will be. Now this one, x to the power half plus 1 is x 3 by 2. So we have just done 3 by 2. 3 by 2 in the denominator, it goes up, it will be 2 by 3. So what will be the final term? 2a by 7 x to the power 7 by 2 plus 2b by 5 x to the power 5 by 2. And then we have plus twice of c by 3x to the power 3 by 2. So these are three terms. Let me write the third term also. It will be 2c by 3 x to the power 3 by 2. And what is remaining? A constant of integration. This is your final result. So what I explained you is in front of you. That is how you are going to write neatly, cleanly, and explain it to your examiner. So whenever we have these kind of terms, there is no other way but to multiply them. So let us multiply these two. You can take any of the two terms, multiply, and then multiply with the third term. I am taking the last two of them, 3 plus 2x and 1 minus 2x. Let us multiply them. When we multiply, you get 3 into 1, then 3 into minus 2x, then 2x into 1 and 2x into minus 2x. So this is the term you are going to get. You can combine these two. Minus 4x square you can bring in front. It's not necessary, just for the sake of default or traditional customs we have followed, that we always start with the highest power. This term has to be multiplied by 2 minus 3x now. So 2 into negative 4x square, 2 into negative 4x, and 2 into 3. These are the three terms you will get. So you will get negative 8x square, and 2 into minus 4x is minus 8x, 2 into 3 is 6. Now minus 3x into minus 4x square, minus 3x into minus 4x, and minus 3 into 3. These will be the other three terms you will get. So this is 12x square, and finally minus 3x into 3 is minus 9x. Okay, let us combine those which have the same exponent. That is the similar term we call them. We have this first term as 12x cube because there is no other x cubes here. So 12x cube will be the first term. What will be the second term? It will be 12x square minus 8x square. That results in 4x square. So 12x cube, and this one 12x square minus 8x square is 4x square. Now negative 9x, negative 8x, 9 plus 8 or minus 9 minus 8 will be negative 17x. Then we have plus x. So this after multiplication, which I showed you on the right side, I am writing it on the left hand side, the final term after multiplication. So 12x cube plus 4x square minus 17x plus 6 into dx. Now when we differentiate it, this will be taken separately, one by one, and constant will come in front because it will not affect the integration of the variable. So that's how I am doing, separating the term and keeping the constant outside. And this always remember there is a dx because the integration is always with respect to dx. Minus 17 integration of x, and 6 is there, so integration 6 I am taking outside, it will be dx, integration of dx, and integration of dx is simply x. See, there is no integration of dx, actually it's integration of x to the power 0. Anything with which has power 0, it is 1. So we don't have anything with dx, so we call it as 1 into dx. That's why we write 1 as x to the power 0. Then we can apply the formula of integration. So we get 12, x cube is x raised 4 by 4, this is x 3 by 3 minus 17. This will be x square by 2. Then we have 6. This is x to the power 0 plus 1, that is x. Actually, always remember the integration of dx will always be x. So just one cancellation, other terms remains the same, that is minus 17 by 2x square plus 6x, only 12 and 4 we have cancelled out. All other terms with a constant of integration. This is your final result. So this is how it will be done, final result. Now this question, one by one we need to deal with them. So integration of m by x plus dx will always be there. Integration of x by m dx. Integration of m raise x, integration of x raise m, and then we have integration of mx dx. So we will take the constant outside and deal with the variable with dx. So m I have taken constant, it will be dx by x. Simply 1 by x different integration will do. This 1 by m will come outside, x dx integration. This is m raise x dx, This is x to the power m dx. We can directly apply the formula here. And this is mx. M I am taking outside. It is simply x dx. So let us deal with them one by one. Integration of 1 by x is simply ln x, log x. ln is simply log with base e. And always we write in in modulus. Modulus. Always positive sign. We cannot have a negative sign. So ln modulus x is log base e modulus x. That is the absolute value of x. Integration of x is x square by 2. Because integration of x is n x raised n plus 1 by n plus 1. So x square by 2. We have x square by 2 m. 1 by m was already there. M raised x. A raised x integration is a raised x divided by log a. Base is e. You can simply write it as ln also. So this m raised x log e base. So ln m. Then we have x raised m. X raised m is simply x raised m plus 1 by m plus 1 plus m. Integration of x, we just did it. It will be x square by 2. And then the constant of integration. This is your final result. So this is the whole thing which you completed just now. Next one is, it seems at first sight, oh, how to do this? But if you know this a minus b whole square, which is a square plus b square minus 2ab, now this under root x, 1 by under root x is a and b. So I'm applying the formula here, that is under root x minus 1 by under root x whole square. A is under root x and b is 1 by under root x. So just square them. And a square plus b square minus 2ab, minus 2 into under root x into 1 by under root x. So this square is, under root x square is what? When you square it, x, it's simply under root x is x to the power half. When you square it, it will be multiplied. 2 into half is same thing. So you have 1 by under root here. 1 by under root is 1 by x to the power half. When you square it, again, half into 2, you can multiply. So it will be simply 1 by x. And this under root x and 1 by under root x will get cancelled. So x plus 1 by x minus 2. So what do you get here? Integration of x dx plus integration of 1 by x dx, then minus 2 integration of dx. So integration of x to the power n, as we have been discussing a lot now, x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. No integration sign please, there is a slight thing which you need to change. Once you write the formula result, no integration sign then. So integration of x is x square by 2, 1 by x is ln x log base c modulus of x minus 2 integration of dx is simply x, and then the constant of integration capital C. This is your final result. So this is what we have done. It's quite easy now. 1 plus x to the power 3, and this one is divided by under root x. So in this question, there is no difference with what we have done in the previous 6 questions. Integration of x raised n is simply x raised n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 and plus the constant of c. That is integration constant. So what do we do here? Please remember, under root x is nothing but x raised half, x to the power half. 1 plus x whole cube, we have to use the formula a plus b whole cube. Just remember, if you don't know the formula, don't panic. If 1 plus x to the power 4 is there, you just can do 1 plus x square into 1 plus x square. A plus b whole square you already know. So a plus b whole square formula you can use and then multiply the two terms. If 1 plus x whole cube is there, then you can just do 1 plus x square into 1 plus x. Now a plus b whole square is very common and very memorable. So when we start the integration, this 1 plus whole cube I am going to open. This will be 1 plus x cube. So just do it like 1 plus x into 1 plus x square. You will get 1 plus x cube plus 3x square. And this is a plus b whole cube. A cube plus b cube plus 3ab a plus b. This is what the formula is. In the denominator we have under root x. You can write it as x to the power half. Now this is all going with dx. Now separate them out. 1 by x to the power half. Then x half in the denominator will go up and form x raised negative half. X cube divided by x half. You have x cube and then x half will go up. So 3 minus half it will be. 3 minus half is 6 minus 1 by 2, that is going to be 5 by 2. So we have x raised 5 by 2. Then we have next one, which is 3 is already a constant, x divided by x raised half. So x raised half, negative half goes up, 1 minus half is half only. Here 3, x square will remain like that, x square divided by x half. So x square x negative half goes up. This is 2 minus 1 by 2, this is 4 minus 1 by 2. This is 3 by 2. So this is 3x to the power 3 by 2. This all goes with dx. Now just separate them out. Integration of x raised minus half. Dx is with every term. So we have a mutual commitment that dx I will not write, and you will understand that dx is already there. So I'm separating them out. Just take the constant out. So here we have 3x raised 3 by 2, and now integration of this, as I told you, you will use the formula x raised n plus 1 by n plus 1. X is negative half plus 1, negative half plus 1, plus x raised 5 by 2 plus 1 divided by 5 by 2 plus 1. Here also 3x raised half plus 1 divided by half plus 1. Here 3 is a constant. X 3 by 2 is x 3 by 2 plus 1 divided by 3 by 2 plus 1. Now, what is the final thing? 1 minus half is half only. So half, when it goes up from the denominator, it will form 2. So we have x raised half. You know already it is under root x. Here also 5 by 2 plus 1 is 7 by 2. This goes up and it will be 2 by 7. This is x raised 5 by 2 plus 1. It will be x raised 7 by 2. Here also x raised half plus 1. It will be x raised 3 by 2. And half plus 1 is again 3 by 2. This goes up. So this 3 by 2. When it goes up, it will be 2 by 3. 3 gets cancelled. So you'll get 2 only in the numerator. X raised power 3 by 2 is already there. Here also we have 3 by 2 plus 1, which is actually 3 plus 5 by 2. So this 2 goes up, 5 goes down. So it will be 3 into 2, 6. X raised 5 by 2. And now the constant of integration. So these are all the different steps to finally achieve at the answer. And these are the side things which we discussed. So this is how it is done. So this is the step-by-step solution of the question with the constant of integration. Please remember, dx is always there. Whenever we have this snake-like figure, you ought to have a dx with it. Next one is this one. So x square e raised log s e by 2 raised x. So let us discuss them separately. X square will not be a problem because you know that x raised n integration is x raised n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus constant of integration. And this e raised log x. Now, if nothing is given, just assume that the base is e. And you already know e raised log e we have discussed in the first exercise also. It will be cancelled, only x will remain. So this e raised log x is simply x. Coming to e by 2 x. E by 2 is a constant. E by 2, e is 2.7 something. So we have this e by 2, we call it as a. So integration of a raised x is a raised x by ln a. A will be taken as e by 2. Now let us do it now. So we have dx along with this. So integration of x square plus integration of e log x. I told you it's only x. And the next one, everywhere dx is already embedded. So e by 2 is a constant. A raised x, we'll use the formula here. X square is x cube by 3. We've used this formula. X square by 2, again use that formula. And this is a raised x. And a is e by 2 in this case. So we have e by 2 raised x divided by ln a. That is the log base ea. Ln e by 2. And then we have the plus constant c, constant of integration. This is your final answer. So this is a very easy question. Only need to remember the relationships. Now here we have x and e in different formation. X to the power e is simply x raised n, because e is a constant. So we will use x raised n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. And we will just use n as e here. How about e to the power x? E to the power x integration and differentiation are same. E raised x will be e raised x only. Okay, the third one is e raised e. See, e is a constant. Constant to the power constant is constant only. So we'll deal it because you know that e value is 2.7. For example, if you have 2 raised 2 is 2 is a constant. Again, 4 is a constant only. So same thing here. Same logic will apply here. So now we'll separate them out. X raised e, dx is already there. Then e raised x with a dx. E raised e with a dx. So x raised e, the basic formula of integration we are going to employ. X raised e plus 1 by e plus 1. Then here we have e raised x. So it will be e raised x only. E to the power x. Then this will be constant. We'll take it out. We have to just differentiate dx. And you already know integration of dx is x only. So x differentiation, let us write it here only. X e raised e. And what will be the final thing? The constant of integration. So this is your final solution. So what we discussed is here. And please remember, this may be confusing because it is all x and e, but you need to concentrate. Next one is also very straightforward. It will be x to the power n integration we'll use. Please remember, under root x is simply x raised power half. So we are multiplying it here. So x to the power half multiplied by x cube. So the power gets added. Half plus 3 is 3 plus half is 6 plus 1 by 2. That is 7 by 2. So x raised 7 by 2 it is. Now I just reduce the step in order to go through it quickly. This is the time of shorts. So under root x dot 2 by x, x to the power half is under root x goes up, x minus 1. So half minus 1 is 2 is already there. Half minus 1 is negative half. So we have x raised minus half that we need to deal with. 2 is already there. So what is the final thing? 2x raised minus half with dx. The integration of x raised 7 by 2 dx minus twice comes up, x raised minus half dx. And we'll use the formula, you already know about it. X raised 7 by 2 plus 1 divided by 7 by 2 plus 1. So it will be 9 by 2. And 9 by 2 it goes up because 1 by 9 by 2 is 2 by 9. So we'll use that 2 by 9 here. 2 by 9 minus twice of this x raised minus half. And you already know we'll use that x raised n formula. X raised minus half. X raised minus half, x raised minus half plus 1. Minus half plus 1 divided by minus half plus 1. So it will be x raised half by a half. 2 goes up. So this 2 and 2 will form 2 into 2 is 4. And this is x raised half. So it will be under root x. So 4 root x you will get. 4 root x plus constant of integration. This is your final answer. So this is one by one stepwise explanation. Now here also the same thing. Root x again, because this will be embedded into your mind. X raised half is under root x. So 1 by under root x we are talking about. X raised minus half it is when it goes up. Always whenever the power goes up it will be negative. So x raised negative half, and 1 plus 1 by x is already there. 1 by x is simply x raised minus 1. So you can write it as x raised minus 1. Now multiply inside. So and then separate them out also. X raised minus half into 1 is x raised minus half only. And x raised minus half into x raised minus 1 will be minus half minus 1. So it's simply you can take minus out. Minus half plus 1 is 3 by 2. So you get 3 by 2 with negative sign. X raised negative 3 by 2. So x raised negative 3 by 2. And this is going inside the integration, but we have separated them out. So d by dx we'll find out x raised minus half plus 1 divided by minus half plus 1. Here x raised minus 3 by 2 plus 1 divided by minus 3 by 2 plus 1. I'll just do it now. And I'm ignoring now or removing the integration side. Here x raised minus 3 by 2 plus 1 minus 3 by 2 plus 1. And this, what will be final? 1 minus half is half only. 1 minus half here is half. So 2, 1, this is x raised, because the denominator will go up. So x raised half. X raised half is root x only. Plus this is x raised. See, I already know that negative will come from the denominator. X raised minus 3 by 2 plus 1. 1 minus 3 by 2 actually it is. So 2 minus 3 by 2 is minus half only. So x minus half is, we'll take it in the denominator if you want. So x raised negative half divided by minus half. Minus is already there. We have dealt with it. 2 goes up. X raised minus half. And we don't write it as x raised minus half. It will go down. When it goes down, x raised half is under root x. So 1 by root x. So it will be under root x. This is your final result with a constant. This is your final result. And this is how you're going to do it. It should look like this. And final solution is this one. Now here you have to be a very little tricky. What I'm trying to say is, because we need to cancel that x square plus 1 in order to deal with this integration. Because a cube plus b cube is what? It's a plus b, a square plus b square minus ab. A cube plus b cube formula is this one. And you can get it from a plus b whole square, whole cube also. But this x to the power 6 can be written as x square to the power 3. 3 and 2 will get multiplied. And 1 cube you can write always 1 cube. 1 to the any power is 1 only. So a will take it as x square, b is as 1. So what is the formula? Formula will be x square plus 1, because a is x square, b is 1. This a square plus b square minus ab, x raised 4 plus this b square, that is 1 minus ab minus x square. Okay, what do you get? Because we have already used this formula a cube plus b cube. Let us you can say simplify it. x square plus 1, I'm writing this as x square plus 1, x raised 4 plus 1 minus x square, and in the denominator you have x square plus 1. Now this x square plus 1 can be cancelled. The benefit of doing or applying this a cube plus b cube for this numerator, x square plus 1 get cancelled, and we'll use this x raised n plus 1 by n plus 1 for integration of x raised n, because that is what is only left in this question. One by one term, just forget about these because this is already cancelled. Integration of x raised 4, then integration of this dx, then integration of this x square. So this x square dx is everywhere, minus integration of x square and dx. X raised 4 is x raised 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1. Integration of dx is x only, minus x raised 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1. So you have x raised 3 by 3. So constant of integration, because we have to eliminate this integration sign. So x raised 5 divided by 5, and then we have plus x here. And we always use the descending order of powers. So I'm taking this x cube by 3 first, and then the plus x later, plus c. This is the final solution. So if you are aware of this a cube plus b cube, that will really make your life easier if you remember those formula before your exam, 2 or 3 days before. So it will be beneficial in solving this type of question, because otherwise it will be very difficult for you. So this is the final result. This formula, I hope now you know it, where to apply it, how to apply it. So this is the formula which I was talking about, and the result or the integration is quite easy because x raised n integration is only done here. Next one is we are not applying any formula here, but let us take one by one. Third root of x is simply x raised to the power 1 by 3. So this goes on power. Anything with the root means anything with nth root, it goes to the power with 1 by. Now x raised negative 1 by 3, and what do you have in the denominator? I'm separating them out. Denominator x raised 1 by 3. And so the second term will be under root x is x raised half. Denominator is of course x raised 1 by 3. Then you have here 2 x raised 1 by 3. And now we have to take all the denominators to the numerator with the negative sign. I'm separating them out also one by one. So we have x raised minus 1 by 3. 1 by 3 goes up. It will be minus 1 by 3 only. Minus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3 is minus 2 by 3. So x raised minus 2 by 3. This is under integration. We have not yet integrated it. I'm just saying that we are resolving it. X is negative 2 by 3 dx. Again, this x raised 1 by 3 goes up. X is half is already there. So half minus 1 by 3 is 3 minus 2 by 6. That is 1 by 6. So x raised 1 by 6 we have to integrate. Here we have 2 divided by x raised 1 by 3. This goes up. X raised negative 1 by 3 you have to integrate with a dx. Now just separate integration. Just a formula x raised n integration is x raised n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus constant of integration that you already know up till now. Okay. So this goes x raised negative 2 by 3 plus 1, denominator negative 2 by 3 plus 1. Here x raised 1 by 6 plus 1 divided by 1 by 6 plus 1. Here you have twice x raised negative 1 by 3 plus 1 divided by negative 1 by 3 plus 1. Okay, this is solved. You have to use the constant of integration here only. What is 1 minus 2 by 3? We already done this. 3 minus 2 by 3, that is 1 by 3. So in the numerator you have x 1 by 3, because the denominator 1 by 3, 3 goes up. 3x raised 1 by 3. Here also x raised 1 by 6 plus 1. This is 1 plus 6 by 1 plus 6 by 6. That is, it will be 7 by 6. So x raised 7 by 6. Denominator is 7 by 6. It goes up. It will be 6 by 7. 6 by 7 plus twice of x raised 1 minus 1 by 3. 1 minus 1 by 3 is what? Let us do it. 1 minus 1 by 3 is 3 minus 1 by 3. That is 2 by 3. So this is x raised 2 by 3. 2 by 3 goes up. So 3 by 2, it will be 2 gets cancelled. So 3x raised 3, 6 by 7 x raised 7 by 6, and plus thrice of x raised 2 by 3 with a constant of integration. This is your final result. So this is how you are going to write it. It's more clearer than my handwriting, so you are able to understand more of it. Next one is simply like this only. 1 plus under root x whole square is what? A plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So 1 square plus under root x whole square plus twice of under root x. So this is twice into 1 into under root x. So under root x is x raised half. When you square it, 2 into 1 by 2 cancels out. And what is this? 2 root under root x. And in the denominator you have under root x, that is x raised half. So let us have under root x in the denominator. And this you can take it in the numerator. X raised half goes up, it will be x raised minus half. And x raised minus half you can write here. What about this one? X by under root x. This is x raised 1 and you have x is negative half. 1 minus half is x is half only. So x to the power half. Here it gets cancelled 2. So final simplified way of integrating it is x raised minus half dx plus x to the power half dx. And then you have twice of dx. 2 you can take it out because it is a constant. You can have discussion only on integration of dx. So x raised minus half plus 1 divided by minus half plus 1 plus x raised half plus 1. Integration, just remove it because this is after integration. X raised half plus 1 by half plus 1, and this is integration of dx. Just remember it is only x. Constant of integration. What is this? 1 minus half is half only. And denominator 1 minus half. So half goes up, it will be 2. And this is under root x is only x raised half only. X to the power half plus 1, x raised 3 by 2 it will be. Denominator is 3 by 2. When it goes up, it will be 2 by 3. So it's not 2 by 2, it's 2 by 3 actually. 2x plus c, this is your final result. So this is your final result. So this is how the final solution should look when you do it in your exam or in your classwork. Now we have this similar type of question. Under root x is a x raised half. Inside this we have 3 minus 5x. You can just multiply it. 3 into x raised half and minus 5 into x raised half. So this is 1 plus 1 by 2. 3x half remains same. Find x. 1 plus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2. So it's x raised 3 by 2. Now integration. We are going to integrate. So 3 I am taking out. X raised half will remain like this. Dx minus 5 I am taking out because it is a constant. X raised 3 by 2. And with dx of course. 3 x raised half plus 1 divided by half plus 1. With a dx. No dx. Integration is already done. X is 3 by 2 plus 1 divided by 3 by 2 1 plus 1. Whenever you just remember, whenever you eliminate dx, you have to add a constant of integration. So x raised half is x raised 3 by 2. This 2 by 3 goes up, 3 gets cancelled. So you have x raised 3 by 2 with a 2 here, minus 5. This is 3 by 2 plus 1, it is 5 by 2 actually. 3 by 2 plus 1 is 5 by 2, and in the denominator it is 5 by 2, it goes up, 2 by 5 will be there, only 2 will remain. This is 2x 5 by 2. You can take 2 common if you want. X is 3 by 2 minus x is 5 by 2. That is also an option to display the answer. So I hope this is quite clear to you because we have already done 15 questions up till now. So this is your final result. Now the next question here is, so we have to use only that we have been using integration of x raised n is equal to x raised n plus 1 by n plus 1. This is the formula, or this is the relationship which we are going to use. We need to multiply x plus 1 and x minus 2. So we are multiplying it here, the numerator. So I'm resolving the numerator x with x square minus 2x plus x and minus 2. So x square minus x minus 2. Denominator we have under root x. And as I told you, under root x is x to the power half. So you can have like this, x to the power half. So when we separate them out, that is taking the denominator with every numerator separately, this is going to be, because x, now this needs to be resolved. X at x raised half, and it is in the denominator, is goes up and becomes x raised minus half. So I am writing x raised minus half in the numerator now. So 2 minus 1 by 2, because the numerator gets added if the bases are same. 2 minus 1 by 2 is 4 minus 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2. So now I am writing it here because actual integration begins here. All this is the resolution or making it suitable for integration. X raised 3 by 2 dx. Now this will be 1 minus 1 by 2, which is half. So we have x to the power half. Dx is everywhere. And x raised minus half. So 2 you can take out because it is a constant. It is not going to affect any integration relationship. So this is how we are going to integrate. And we are going to use the integration formula which I indicated earlier. So what is this? Now you have to ignore this integration sign because the integration result we are writing here. X raised 3 by 2 plus 1, 3 by 2 plus 1 in the denominator, minus x raised half plus 1 by half plus 1 minus 2x to the power minus half plus 1 and minus half plus 1 here. So this will give you x raised 5 by 2. 3 by 2 plus 1 is 5 by 2. And denominator also 5 by 2. So this will be 2 by 5 minus. This will become x raised half plus 1, that is 3 by 2. Half plus 1 is 3 by 2. So it goes up and 2 by 3 will be formed. And this is 1 minus half in the denominator. X raised minus 1 minus half is simply x raised half. Because under root x it is. You can write it as under root x also. Now 1 minus half is half. Half goes up. That is 1 by 2 goes as a reciprocal and goes up. 2 into 2 is 4. So 4 into x raised half. So this is your answer. Please remember, as I told you, x raised half you can keep because all others are x to the power. Or you can keep it as under root x. It's up to you. So this is the result we were talking about. And these are the step-by-step solution which I indicated earlier. You just have to use one of the integration result here. Okay, this question also is similar, almost similar. So we are going to do it quickly. X raised 5 divided by x square. I am separating them out. That is all the numerators separately with the denominator because the denominator remains the common. So this is 2 by x square. Now this goes up. Whenever the power goes up, it will change the sign. So if it would have been x raised minus half, it would have gone up and formed x square. Okay. So 5 minus 2 is 3 because the power are added as the base remains the same. X raised minus 4, 2 raised x minus 2. Okay. Now the integration begins here because this is up till now was just the resolution or making them suitable for integration. Now x cube is x raised 4 by 4 plus this becomes x raised minus 4 plus 1 by minus 4 plus 1. So I am using the same similar formula which I told you earlier. X raised n is x raised n plus 1 by n plus 1 by plus c. So x raised minus 4 will be x raised minus 4 plus 1 by minus 4 plus 1. So it will be minus 3. So x raised minus 3 by minus 3. So let us change the sign also. There is a sign which will be changed. This will be x raised minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1 only. So x raised minus 1 by minus 1. So finally you are going to write what? X raised 4 by 4. This is minus 3. So x raised. This goes down. So 1 by 3x cube. This is minus. So minus will come. X raised minus 1. So this is in the denominator. So 2 by x it is. It is not 2 by 2. This is 2 by x. So the solution which I told you is right in front of you. Now the next one. So this is very, very straightforward question because it just need one formula a plus b whole square. And integration of x raised n, which you are aware now. So a square plus b square plus 2ab, a is 3x, b is 4x. So I'm just squaring it and using a as 3x and b as 4. So you have 9x square plus 16 plus 4 2 is 8, 8 3 is 24, 24x. Okay, now we are ready for the integration. And the constant you can take just outside because constant will not add effect to any integration. 16 I'm taking it, integration of dx, everywhere dx is there. Wherever I'm not writing it, just assume that dx is already there because we need to differentiate or integrate with respect to x only. So integration of x raised n will be what? X raised n plus 1 by n plus 1. And constant of integration. X square is x cube by 3, 16. This is your x raised 0. So x raised 0 plus 1 by 0 plus 1, which is x only. So by now you learn only integration of dx is x. 24 x square by 2, 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1. So x raised n plus 1 by n plus 1 which we are using. So this 3 3s are 9. So this 3 3s are 9. So 3 it will be 3. There is a slight change here. I have cancelled but written it 9. It will be 3. And writing the above power first. 12x raised square. This 16x I am taking here. 16x plus c. This is your final result. So if you are doing it by yourself, this is the relationship for you. There is a slight only change. 3x cube, the first one is there. Now there are two questions which are similar to this one. This first question we are doing it, and there will be a second question exactly like this. So need to understand this very carefully. Okay, now solving this will be a trouble because in denominator we always found one variable or one set term, and then we resolved it by taking it separately with the numerator. But here the term is x square plus 2x. So actually there are two terms. So let us resolve it. So I am taking x square common from the numerator. When we take x square common from the numerator, you will get 2x square. Here you will get 7 and this is x. Then 6 because x square has been taken outside. In the denominator also, you see there is x. So you can take x common. X. Denominator you will have x. So if we take x common, you will get only x plus 2. So still not resolved. You have to go ahead because x square by x can be cancelled. You will get x in the numerator. But what about those which are in the brackets? For that you have to make the factor. So 2x square plus 7x plus 6 needs factor because we need to get rid of this x plus 2. If single term is there, it will be alright to go ahead. But what about when we have the term which is a proper 2 or 3 value added or subtracted term? So 2x square plus 7x plus 6, 6 to the 12 is there. 7 can be written as 4 plus 3. So this you can do 2x square plus 4x plus 3x plus 6. So 2x you can take common here from 2x plus 2. Here you can take 3 common x plus 2. So factors are 2x plus 3 and x plus 2. So these are two factors, and to our help, x plus 2 is already in the denominator. So let me write it. X was there with x square by x resolved. And you have 2x plus 3 and x plus 2 in the numerator. Denominator you have x plus 2. Now you can cancel these two. You have x and 2x plus 3. When you multiply this, you will get 2x square plus 3x. Now this is what needs to be resolved or integrated. Now we are ready for the integration. So let us now start with the integration side. So 2 I am taking outside, x squared in integration has to be done. 3 I am taking outside, x dx. So twice x cube by 3. See, every time I am telling you, you have known up till now x raised n is x raised n plus 1 by n plus 1. This is the integration of the standard integration, the first integration you should know. Like d by dx of x to the power n is n x to the power n minus 1, like this. So you have 3x square by 2 plus c. This is your final result. So there are two things here. First you have to take x square common and cancellation should be done. And second thing is the factor of 2x square plus 7x plus 6. So we discussed this one. This is all in front of you. If you are doing by yourself, you can just recheck here. So as I suggested you in the previous question that this question is going to be a similar one. So I'm going to put a result in front of you just because you need any help, you can use it. Otherwise, you can do it by yourself. This is quite very straightforward question. Now this is sine square x. Before going ahead, let me tell you sine square x plus cos square x equals to 1. This you already know. So we are going to use this sine square x as 1 minus cos square x. And 1 minus cos square x is 1 square minus cos square x. 1 can be 1 square, 1 to the power any n is 1 only. So we'll go to the integration later. But sine square x, I am writing it as 1 minus cos square x. 1 plus cos x is there. This is just to resolve the content. So 1 minus a square minus b square is a minus b into a plus b. So 1 minus cos x and 1 plus cos x it will be. I am taking a as 1 and b as cos x. So I am writing it as 1 minus cos x and 1 plus cos x. So this 1 plus cos x is in the denominator. Now you can cancel this 1 plus cos x. So only 1 minus cos x remains. So now this integration of sine square x by 1 plus cos x dx has formed or has resulted in 1 minus cos x, which is easy to integrate. Okay, let us take the integration separately. Integration of dx and integration of cos x. Dx integration is x only and cos x integration is what? Integration of cos x and sin x you must know by now. Integration of cos x is sin x. So you can just write it as sin x, and with the constant of integration you already know. This is the result. So if you resolve this sin square by 1 plus cos x the way I told you, it will be easier for you to get the answer. So this is how it needs to be done. And there is one more question which is coming like this. So we'll see just as a recall of this question. So this is how you're going to write in the examination also. I only tell the logic. The solution is really your responsibility. And this is very straightforward question because if these sec square x and cos x square x, they have their direct integral value. So just separate them out, sec square x and cos x square x, dx here, dx here. Integration of sec square x is directly 10x because 10x differentiation is sec square x. Similarly, we have cot x cosec x minus cot x cos x, or cosec square x integration is minus cot x. Sorry, there was a mistake I just said. It's integration of cosec square x minus cot x. So let me tell you again, sec square x is sec square x, cosec square x is cosec square x. Okay, Sec square x integration is tan x and cosec square integration is minus cot x. I just told you minus cot x cosec, that was a fault. Integration of cosec square is minus cot x. Okay, now in this question, you need to know the formula. Before getting into the formula, let me tell you, if you are not aware of the formula, you need to learn it by heart because it may be used anywhere in the question. So we will first separate them out. If you know the formula, you can use it. But if you don't know the formula, then there is a way. See, separate them out. Sin cube x divided by sin square x cos square x. Because there are certain questions which can only be solved by the formula. But this question is quite easy. So you can just separate them out. And then you can see that it will be resolved very easily. So this is all respect to dx. I am not integrating it right now. I am just cancelling it. So this sin cube x and sin square x will get cancelled. Only sin x will remain in the numerator. And cos square x will be in the denominator. So you can write cos square x as cos x cos x. Why I am writing it, you will see in a bit. This cos square x and cos cube x gets cancelled. Only one cos x will remain in the numerator. You can assume it to be cos square x in the denominator. It goes up as cos minus 2x and 3 and minus 2 gets added and it will be 1. That's how the things goes in mathematics. So you just have cos x divided by sin square x. So cos x remains in the numerator. Sin square x in the denominator will write it as sin x into sin x. So this cos x divided by sin x into sin x is what we got. What is the benefit? What do we get from sin by cos x? It is tan x. 1 by cos x is sec x. And the second term, see, sec x tan x should have been better, but it's okay. You know already tan x and sec x and tan x are similar. Cos x by sin x is what? It is cot x. And what is 1 by sin x? These are standard results. 1 by sin x is cosec x. Again, cosec x, cot x would have been better, but it's okay. Now these are the standard result. Integration of sec x tan x is sec x because differentiation of sec x is this one. Alright? Minus is already there. Cot x cosec x or cosec x cot x integration is what? It is minus cosec x. Minus is there, so let us make it as plus. Negative becomes plus. So you can write it as cosec x. And we have the constant of integration also. So this is the standard result if you resolve it. But some questions may need AQ minus BQ. So what all we have done is in front of you. And don't worry about all these sin square, cos square because they are going to get cancelled anyways. And this is a very straightforward question, but it needs effort. Effort of knowing the formula and resolving it the way I told you. So this question is also similar to what we have done. So most of the questions which we see now is pertaining to trigonometry. But here it's simple algebra. Even if it is x cube by say x square y square kind of thing, then also you can solve it. So we have 5 and 2. So 5 and 2 are not going to add effect to or a value to integration. So we are just taking it outside. And now I'm separating these two terms. So we have cos cube x divided by, this is sin square x and cos square x. Cos square x. Now what do we get here? Plus is there. 6 is there, 2 is there, 6 by 2. So this will be 3. Integration of sin cube x divided by, we have sin square x and cos square x. Again, the same thing which we did in the previous question, you can just cancel these things out. And we have the standard result. As if you have understood the question 23 properly, you will see that this question is a piece of cake for you. Because cos square x by cos cube x by cos square x is cos x. Sin square x can be written as sin x into sin x, the first term. 5 by 2 remain like this, integration sign as it is, dx along, which I am not writing. 3. Sin x, denominator you have cos square x, you can write it as cos x into cos x. Now you see, these are the standard result which we have followed earlier also. Cos x by sin x is what? It's cot x. 1 by sin x is cosec x. So cosec x, I am writing 1 by sin x first. 1 by sin x is cosec x, cos x by sin x is cot x. And integration with a 5 by 2 which is a constant which has been taken in front of the integration sign. 3. The integration symbol before that we have written 3. Sin by cos is tan. 1 by cos x is sec. So this is sec I am writing first because we know it by now. We have done differentiation a lot. And this is the standard result as we have seen in the previous question. Cosec x cot x. So this cosec x cot x is simply minus cosec x. This is the standard result. Now we have plus 3. Sec x tan x is what? It's sec x tan x, sec x only for sec x tan x, and constant of integration you add. So this is the final answer, final result, this one. Alright, these two questions we just did follow the same process, same logic and same formula which are used for integration. a plus b whole square. This is what you are going to use it, and you'll see how easy it will become. But there are standard trigonometric relation also we are going to use. So I'm opening it, a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab. So tan square x plus cot square x plus 2 into tan x into cot x. So before going to this one, let me tell you tan x and cot x are reciprocal of each other. So tan x will be 1 by cot x will be 1 by tan x. So when we have this one, you can just cancel them out. So this is cancellation. See how easy it has become. Integration of tan square x, integration of cot square x, and integration of 2, which is actually dx only. So let them separated out, and tan square x is sec square x minus 1. Before doing this one, we have to resolve it because we don't have any integration for tan square x, but we do have this for sec square x. So sec square x minus 1 is tan square x, cos x, cot square x is cos x square x minus 1, and 2 is already there. So this 2 gets cancelled with negative 1 and negative 1. The 2 minus 2 is 0. So we get integration of sec square x and integration of cos x square x. Oh, this is not there. So integration of sec square x is a standard result. Integration of cos x square x is a standard result. Okay. This integration is quite easy now. Sec square x integration is simply tan x because the differentiation of tan x is sec square x. Again, integration of cos x square x is minus cot x because cot x integration is minus cos x square x. This is how we have used this formula, a plus b whole square. Then we used again the formula tan square x is equal to sec square x minus 1 and cot square x equals to cos x square x minus 1. 2 gets cancelled with all of them, and then we have the standard result, which is integration of sec square x, which is tan x, integration of cos x square x, which is minus cot x. So this is how you learn the formula also, you solve it also. So this is the formal way or the clear way to understand. Now we have 1 minus cos 2x divided by 1 plus cos 2x dx. We are going to use the standard results of trigonometric identities and relationships here. 1 minus cos 2x is 2 sine square theta. Denominator same thing here. 1 plus cos 2 theta will be equal to 2 cos square theta. So whichever on the left hand side, just divided by 2. 2 theta becomes theta. So we are going to use this result here. So we have 2 sine square theta in the numerator and 2 cos square theta in the denominator. So 2 gets cancelled. It is basically sine by cos whole square, that is tan square. So we have to integrate the tan square theta. But there is no standard result of tan square theta or tan square x. There is a relationship which we need to know. Tan square theta has a relationship with sec square theta. What is it? Tan square theta is equal to sec square theta minus 1. And sec square theta, we have a standard result. Tan square theta or tan square x, we don't have any standard result. So we are going to use this sec square theta minus 1 in place of tan square theta. So this sec square x minus 1 I am writing. Now we are ready for the integration. Integration of sec square x dx minus integration of dx. Sec square x has a direct result, final result, which is tan x, and integration of dx is x only. So tan x minus x plus c. So this is the result we were talking about. And all these have come from the trigonometric identities or relationship. So whatever we have discussed, it is in front of you. 1 minus cos theta and 1 plus cos theta are 2 sine square theta and 2 cos square theta respectively. Now this question, 2 questions are having the same result. You will see the right one, which is cot x divided by cosec x minus cot x, will be changed to cos x by 1 minus cos x after resolving or after simplifying it. So this cot x, it can be written as cos x by sin x. In the denominator we have cosec x. Let us take x only. This is 1 by sin x, and cot x is cos x minus sin x, cos x by sin x. So I am writing like this. Okay, so we will get sin x in the denominator, in numerator and denominator, that is the sub denominator in both of it. So I am writing it short, cos by sin, 1 minus cos by sin. Sin you can cancel, you will get cos x divided by 1 minus cos x. Now you just see the first question which is given here. There are 2 questions actually here. And the second question will boil down to the first question after simplification. Now we need to resolve this also, because cos x by 1 minus cos x doesn't have a standard result. So cos x by 1 minus cos x will be resolved, because you will see in the later question also, we have to multiply it with the rationalization factor. Always the denominator which has a negative has to be multiplied by positive. Positive will be multiplied by negative in order to get the a square minus b square result. The numerator we get cos x plus cos square x. Denominator we have a minus b into a plus b formula. We can use this a square minus b square here. A is 1 and b is cos x. So 1 minus cos square x is sin square x, because sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. And this multiplication can be done, this multiplication cannot be done, the numerator I am talking about. So we have cos x plus cos square x, or you can keep it as cos x 1 plus cos x, but eventually we'll need cos x plus cos square x only. But the denominator has come down to sin square x. Now cos x plus cos square x, which was the initial numerator which I talked about, can be taken one by one with the denominator. So we have cos x by sin square x here, and now we have cos square x by sin square x here. Now we haven't started the integration as of now. We will resolve it, then we will move to integrate it. So this cos x by sin x is cot x, and this 1 by sin x can be written as cosec x. And we have this plus again cos square x we have, so we can write it as cos x into cos x. We don't have to do it because the denominator is sin square x. Cos square x by sin square x is cot square x. And we have the standard result for it. Let us now start integrating it. We ought to have a dx always together. Cot x cosec x integration is minus cosec x. Cot square x also does not have any standard integration. So this cot square x I am doing it separately. It can be written as cosec square x minus 1, and integration of this cosec square x minus 1 will be integration of cosec square minus integration of 1. So cosec square x integration is minus cot x, integration of dx is x. Now just write it here, minus cot x minus x. This is coming from here, which we have done separately. This is your final result. So whatever we have discussed in front of you, this is the standard procedure you need to follow. All these steps needs to be written exactly what you see here along with your English sentences. That will make the solution look pretty explanatory, and it will look good also. We have certain standard result. The question has to arrive at that before the integration could start. Cos square x minus sin square x, and denominator we have under root 1 plus cos 4x. So we need to use the relationships here. Which relationship? Trigonometric relationship. What all relationship we can use here? Cos square x minus sin square x is there, and this is nothing but cos 2x. Cos square theta minus sin square theta is cos 2 theta. That we are going to employ here. What about 1 plus cos? This is cos. 1 plus cos 2 theta is simply 2 cos square theta. That is whatever theta we have on the left, it has to be divided by 2. For example, 1 plus cos theta is 2 cos square theta by 2. 1 plus cos 4 theta is 2 cos square 2 theta. So I'm just trying to land you to the actual denominator which you see here. 1 plus cos 4x can be written as I told you, whatever is in the left you have to divide it by 2 on the right. So 4x divided by 2 is 2x. 1 plus cos 4x is 2 cos square 2x. Alright? 2 cos square 2x. Cos square minus sin square x is cos 2x. This is cos 2x. This is 2 cos square 2x. Now write it here. Cos square minus sin square x is cos 2x. Denominator we have under root 2 cos square 2x. Let us do it here only. So it was 2 cos square 2x. And when we take the under root, it will be under root 2 cos square 2x. You can separate them, under root 2 into under root cos square 2x. Under root 2 will remain like that. Under root cos square x will be equal to cos x. Cos 2x, sorry. So we have cos 2x in the denominator. If you see the numerator, cos 2x is already there. So cos 2x divided by under root cos 2x will give you this result where cos 2x actually cancelled. So there is no term remaining, only 1 by root 2, which I am taking outside the integration. Only integration of dx what we have to do. So 1 by root 2 integration of dx is x only. So x by root 2 plus c. This is your final result. Now what you see here is a simple result, but this has come from the right explanation which we did. If you are aware of the formula, this question will be very easy for you. Otherwise it will be very difficult, because getting to x by root 2 without knowing the relationship is difficult. So all these needs to be known. Now we have integration of 1 minus cos x and integration of 1 by 1 plus cos x. Both of them needs rationalization, because the next question is coming like that only. So you understand it very well. Let us resolve it, then we'll start integrating. 1 by 1 minus cos x. 1 by 1 minus cos x has to be rationalized. Rationalize means you have to multiply it by 1 plus cos x divided by 1 plus cos x. Okay, negative will be positive, positive will be negative, and multiplication will be done. So a minus b, a plus b formula we need to form. A square minus b square is a minus b into a plus b. A is 1 here and b is cos x. So 1 minus cos square x is sin square x. Numerator is 1 plus cos x. So 1 plus cos x divided by sin square x it will be. So this sin square x, let us write it here. Now separate them out. 1 by sin square x, one thing, and cos x by sin square x, another thing. Alright. Now 1 by sin square x can be written as cos x square x. We have a standard result for it. So this cos x, 1 by sin x is cosec x. So 1 by sin square x will be cos x square x. What about cos x by sin square x? Cos x divided by sin x you can write, and 1 sin x you can take it separately. Cos x by sin x is going to be cot x. 1 by sin x is going to be cosec x. So first thing we are going to get is cos x square x, integration of cos x square x. Second thing we are going to get, or second term, not thing, term, integration of cos x by sin x is cot x. 1 by sin x is going to be cosec x. So let me write cosec x here. Integration of cos x square x is going to be minus cot x. It has a standard result of integration. Cot x cosec x is going to be negative cosec x plus constant integration. This is your final result. So this is how you rationalize it, and it has become so easy as the results are known to us, cos x square x and cosec x cot x. This step is the most important here. So you will be able to do 1 by 1 plus cos x also. Now let us come down to the sin x question. Integration of 1 minus sin x, the same thing will be done. You have to multiply it with the rationalization factor. It will be 1 plus sin x divided by 1 plus sin x, multiplication numerator denominator. 1 plus sin x is in the numerator. 1 minus sin x into 1 plus sin x is a square minus b square. A square minus b square is what? A minus b into a plus b. So a 1 minus sin square is cos square x. I am writing it here. Now separate them out. 1 by cos square x plus sin x by cos square x you will get. So you need the standard result which can be integrated. So this 1 by cos square x is sec square x. Sin x by cos x into cos x can be written as, this is tan x and tan x, and 1 by cos x is sec x. So we have the standard result for this integration, and now sec square x can be written as, because we are integrating right now, sec square x is tan x, and this sec x tan x is what? It's sec x, and with the constant of integration. This is the standard result. So how easy it was, but you have to do it stepwise in under the umbrella of this integration sign. Please remember, this is the standard result. You have to come to a standard result from the initial question. Here also same thing will do. Tan x by sec x plus tan x. We need to rationalize it because sec square x minus tan square x has a standard result which is 1. So I'll tell you this one. This can be done by sin by cos also. It will give you the original question which we have already completed. But rather than going back to that question, let us do it here. Multiply it with your sec x minus tan x in the numerator and denominator. So sec x minus tan x in the numerator, sec x minus tan x in the denominator. So this plus and minus has to be, that contributes to a square minus b square formula. The numerator will become tan x and sec x minus tan x. This is your numerator. Denominator is sec x plus tan x and sec x minus tan x. So it will be sec square minus tan square. A square minus b square. A square minus b square is sec square minus tan square has a standard result which is 1. So denominator goes. 1 is 1, you write or you don't write, it doesn't matter. So 1 was the denominator, sec square minus tan square. Let us deal with the numerator. So let us multiply this tan x inside. Tan x into sec x is sec x tan x. Tan x into tan x is tan square x. So we don't have any standard results for tan square x. We need to resolve it again. Sec x tan x has a standard result. Sec square minus tan square, as I told you, is equal to 1. So tan square x, you can write it as sec square x minus 1. So tan square x is equal to sec square x minus 1. So let us use it here. Sec x tan x remains like that. Minus, in place of tan square x, we are writing sec square x minus 1. So this is going to be sec x tan x minus sec square x and plus 1. And this can be integrated. We need to have a dx along. Please remember, dx is already there. I'm not writing it. It has to be there. Dx needs to be there. It's mandatory. Sec x tan x has a standard result which is sec x. Sec square has also a standard result which is tan x. Dx is of course x. So we have sec x minus tan x plus c. So this is your final result of this question. So this rationalization is the key which you ought to use wherever it is possible. it makes question very easy. So this question is again very easier for you. Cosec x by cosec x minus cot x. So we have cosec x divided by cosec x minus cot x. So same thing will be done here. Just multiply the numerator and denominator by the rationalization factor. Rationalization factor is exactly equal with a sign change. So we have cosec x minus cot x. So you have to use cosec x plus cot x in the numerator and denominator. So what do you get? Cosec x multiplied by cosec x plus cot x in the numerator. I'm writing it here, cosec x plus cot x. And denominator it will be a square minus b square. A is cosec x, b is cot x. So cosec square x minus cot square x will give you a square minus b square. A square minus b square is simply 1 in this case. Cosec square x minus cot square is equal to 1. As we dealt with the sec x tan x, if you remember. So only numerator remains. Let us multiply inside. Cosec x into cosec x will be cosec square x. Cosec x into cot x will be cosec x cot x. Let us write it here. Cosec x into cot x. Now let us start the integration. Please remember you have a dx along. Now cosec x square has a standard result which is minus cot x. Cosec x cot x has a standard result which is negative cosec x plus the constant of integration. This is your final result. So this is how easy it has become. Okay, this is how you are going to solve it and write it. Now this question almost we have done. This question, see 1 plus cos 2x is simply 2 cos square x by 2. Since it is 2x, it will only be x here. So 1 plus cos 2x is in the denominator. Let us use this relationship or the expression. 1 plus cos 2x can be written as 2 cos square x. What is 1 by, this 1 by 2 can be taken out. 1 by cos square x is simply sec square x. So you need to integrate this sec square x. What is sec square x? Sec square x dx has the standard result which is tan x. Half was already there, so it is 10x divided by 2 plus constant of integration. This is your final result. So if you understand that the relationship of trigonometry is playing a key role, all questions are only dependent on the trigonometry here. So please remember or to learn by heart all these trigonometric identities. So this question, 1 by 1 minus cos 2x. So 1 minus cos 2x is a standard result which we already know by our trigonometric thoughtfulness what we have grabbed from our initial classes. It's 2 sin square x. So 1 minus cos 2x is 2 sin square x. On this one 2 sin square x again can be written like this. 1 by 2 can be taken out. 1 by sin square x is already there. 1 by sin square x is simply equivalent to cosec square x. So do we have a standard relation for cosec square x? Yes or no? Tell me. See, cosec square is simply minus cot x. 2 is already there in the denominator. You have a c, constant of integration. In this formula is very important. If you learn the formula, remember the formula, everything will be piece of cake for you. Okay, now we have integration of tan inverse sin 2x by 1 plus cos 2x. So the key of this question, or this type of question is you ought to get something tan inside. When you have tan inside, this tan inverse can be cancelled with tan and this standard result will use. Sin 2x is simply 2 sin x cos x, or sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. 1 plus cos 2x, now it's very clear to you that 1 plus cos 2x is a standard result which is 2 cos square x. So now these two will give you tan. How? See here. Tan inverse we have, in place of sin 2x I am writing 2 sin x cos x. In place of 1 plus cos 2x I am writing 2 cos square x. Now you see here, 2 gets cancelled, 1 cos gets cancelled, sin x by cos x is tan x only. Sin by cos is tan. So we wanted that only. So this is tan inverse sin by cos, this is tan x. Tan gets cancelled with tan inverse, you have x inside. Integration of x is simply x square by 2. Integration of x raised n is x raised n plus 1 by n plus 1. This is x square by 2 plus the constant of integration, standard answer for you. So the next question which are coming also has sin inverse, cos inverse. The key will remain the same. You will need a sin inside sin inverse. You need a cos inside a cos inverse. So that questions are coming. So this is how you're going to write this question which we have just completed. Now this is cos inverse sin x. Now if we can get cos x, we can cancel this cos and cos inverse. So we would like to have this cos x here. For that, we need to go to trigonometry again. See, this sine 90 minus theta or sine pi by 2 minus theta is cos theta. Similarly, cos 90 minus theta is equal to sine theta. So what do we do here? Integration of, see, we'll keep this cos inverse like this. But in place of sine x, we are going to place cos pi by 2 minus theta, because eventually sine x is cos pi by 2 minus x. So this is cos. I'm writing it as pi by 2 minus, pi by 2 is 90 degree only, but in the radians we write pi by 2. Pi by 2 minus theta, and what do we get here? We can cancel this cos and cos inverse. Once we cancel this cos and cos inverse, only pi by 2 minus x will remain. So we have pi by 2 minus x in here, and integration of this we can then separate them out. Once you separate, what do you get? Pi by 2, I'm taking out dx minus x and dx. So we have this pi by 2 integration of dx, of course, is x only. So pi by 2x or x pi by 2, integration of x is x squared by 2. So when we have this x squared by 2, that is integration of x raised n is x raised n plus 1 by n plus 1. That is what we are using here. X squared by 2 and the constant of integration. This is your result. So this is what you have to do. Now cot inverse. So what do we need here? We need a cot here. So that cot and cot inverse can be cancelled out, and we are only left with the internal thing. So sine 2x can be written as, you know the standard result of sine 2x. It's 2 sine x cos x. What about 1 minus cos 2x? You know it by now. 1 minus cos 2x can be written as 2 sine square x by 2. So since it is 2x, it is 2x by 2, that is x. Now let us write sine 2x as 2 sine x cos x and 1 minus cos 2x as 2 sine square x. Now cancel these two. 1 sine with cancel with 1 sine, you will get cos x by sine x. Cos x by sine x is cot x. This is cot x. So this integration of cot inverse, in place of this thing we will write cot x. Now when we have this cot inverse, you can cancel them out and you are only left with x dx, and this is very simple. X square by 2, while sleeping also we will be able to do this. X square by 2 plus c. So this is how you are going to write. Please write the formulas so that the examiner knows it. Now you tell me what to do. You need what here? Of course, you got it right. We have to have a sign here. So 2 tan x by 1 plus tan square x is sine 2x. How? You know it already. You have learned this in your previous trigonometric classes. So 2 tan x by 1 plus tan square x. Tell me, do I solve it? Do I show you how this sine 2x has come? Let us do it. So I'm just writing it short. 2 sine by cos, 1 plus sine square by cos. So this becomes 2 sine by cos. And this 1 plus sine square cos square will become cos square plus sine square by cos square. So cos square plus sine square by cos square. And this, see, this 1 cos gets cancelled. 1 cos square plus sine square is 1. This goes up. So you get 2 sine cos. 2 sine theta cos theta, or 2 sine x cos x is sine 2x. Now this has arrived from here. We have got it from here. So this is sine inverse. Inside this you will get sine 2x. Dx is already going along. Sine and sine inverse you can cancel. You have twice outside because 2 is the constant. Integration of x dx is simply x square by 2. And now you can this cancel 2. You will get x square plus c. This is your final result. So this relationship you are aware, it will be very easy for you to actually solve this question. Now this kind of question we have already done. So for the sake of completion, let us do it, because we will use the formula of a cube plus b cube. A cube plus b cube is what? A plus b, a square plus b square minus ab. Let me write it. X square plus 2 cube. So we'll use this a cube plus b cube. It will be a plus b, a square plus b square minus ab, as I just indicated. A we are going to take it as x, b we are going to take it as 2. So we will get, what do we get here? See, x plus 2 and x square plus 4 minus 2x. Now you will be tempted to do one thing. See, if you see the denominator, it's actually what we have got. But some of the students might try that, oh, let us do this thing. X square minus 2x plus 4. But the denominator is already x square minus 2x plus 4. That is, if you have this x square minus 2x plus 4, we can have say the factors. We can have, because there may be some factors which can get cancelled, because any question can come. This question is simply cancellation of x square minus 2x plus 4 because we got it in the numerator. But the scenario is, there may be scenario where you have different factors. So sometimes you have to make x square minus 2x plus 4 or anything which is in the denominator as factors. So x minus 2 whole square is actually x square minus 2x plus 4. But we don't have to do it, because even if you do this x minus 2 whole square, it's already you already have this x square minus 2x plus 4, and it gets cancellation. Once you get cancellation, you are only left with x minus 1 and x plus 2. So the whole idea of me doing all this stuff and taking you, because it is not required, what I have done is not required. I'm just telling you that there may be certain scenarios where you need to take the factors, and those factors will get cancelled out. That will get cancelled out. Okay. So now we have x minus 1 and x plus 2. So let us multiply it inside. We will get x square plus x minus 2. And this is with dx. And now separately integrate it. Integration of x square dx, integration of x dx, minus 2 integration of dx. So what do you get here? You get here x cube by 3. Then this is x square by 2. This is minus 2x. And constant of integration, of course. So if you are aware of the formula of a cube plus b cube, this question is a piece of cake for you. So this is how it will be done. This is how you're going to write. Alright. A tan x plus b cot x whole square. Now we are not left with any choice but to square it. So we are going to square it and we'll see what result comes. A square tan square x, a plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So this is b square cot square x, and we have a into twice into a into b. Now you see this tan x and cot x, they are inverse of each other, that is 1 by of it. So 1 by tan x is cot x and 1 by cot x is tan x. So tan x and cot x gets cancelled. Now this is a square, you can take outside, you have tan square x. Then we have this b square cot square x. Then we have this as 2ab and dx. Every time you need to remember that we ought to have this dx with. I'm not writing it, but you need to write dx every time. Integration of tan square x. What is tan square x? Sec square x minus 1. So you can write it as, first let us see cot square also. Cot square x is cosec square x minus 1. So we have sec square x minus 1. So dx you can write. Sec square x integration is direct. It is tan x. Integration of dx is x. Similarly here, cosec square x minus 1 dx. So cosec square x dx minus integration of dx. Cosec square x we have direct result. It is negative cot x. Integration of dx is of course x. Now let us write it here. A square, we have this tan x minus x here, plus b square, you have minus cot x minus x. So minus cot x minus x. Then we have this as twice ab. You can write it as twice ab. Integration of dx is x. And integration of this c is of course the constant of integration. So we have a square tan x minus a square x minus b square cot x, and this goes minus b square x plus twice abx plus c. So we have this one, so you can take them together, a square and minus a square tan x minus b square cot x. X you can take common here, so it will be a square, this will be b square, and this will be twice ab but with negative because we have already taken negative outside, plus constant of integration. So we discussed this one, and this is how it is going to be solved. This is a standard result which you are going to use. Tan square x is sec square x minus 1, cot square x is cosec square x minus 1, and finally you get the sec square x integration is tan x, cosec square x is minus cot x. This is important thing in this question. Now this one, we will separate them out. That is, this is x cube with denominator 2x square, this 3x square with denominator 2x square, plus 5x with the denominator 2x square, negative 7 divided by 2x square, plus x square a raised x divided by 2x square. Let us integrate it now. Now, let us resolve it first. So, how to resolve it? You already know this x cube, x square is in the denominator, x square goes up, it will be x raised minus 2, 3 minus 2 is 1, so x raised 1 it will be. So, what do you get here? Integration of x by 2 minus this one 3 by 2, here you have plus 5 by 2, 1x will remain in the denominator. This will be 7 by 2. X square is, you can take it up in the numerator, x raised minus 2. Here x square gets cancelled. You have a raised x by 2. Now let us separate them out. Wherever there is a constant, take it outside. Half x 3 by 2 integration of dx. Everywhere dx is there, okay? Just remember, don't forget about dx anytime. This x should not go up. You know why? There is a slight change here. Because 1 by x integration is directly known to us. It is 1 by x dx is simply log x to the base e. Alright. So this goes my x raised minus 2 half a raised x. This is x square by 2. 2 is in the denominator, so we get 4. So please remember, I just reduce this step, but you don't have to. You have to do every step properly. Minus 3 by 2 integration of dx is x. Because you have to give exam, you have to do everything which is possible. What is integration of 1 by x? It is ln x. Let me tell you again, integration of 1x is log base ex. X is in the modulus or absolute value. You will get ln x. What do you get here? 7 by 2. Integration of x minus 2 is x to the power minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1. So x will be x raised minus 1 by minus 1. It will be negative 1 by x. So you can just replace it by minus by plus, because minus is plus. You have 7 by 2x. Now 1 by 2 it is. What is the integration of a raised x? You already know that. A raised x divided by log base ea. So you can write it as a raised x ln a. Log base e can be written as ln a. This is your standard result. So I just reduced the step, but you'll see when I show you the actual scenario, you'll see that there will be more steps which I provided. Number of lines will be higher. But don't skip any of the step. There are certain results, standard results, which we are going to use here. So this is how your answer should look. Now this question already been done. You need to revisit to question number 27. And this is cos x by 1 plus cos x. See, if you are actually following me, because you have seen that I just get 4 or 5 views in my every video. So I'm just doing it for, humanitarian purpose. I had problem in mathematics earlier. I didn't get good instructor. That's why I'm just, giving education. I'm not looking after views and like and shares. I don't ask for that also. But those who are seeing it for the first time, just see it cos x by 1 plus cos x, 1 minus cos x by 1 minus cos x. I'm rationalizing it. So cos x into 1 minus cos x. Denominator you have 1 square minus cos square x, because a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. So 1 minus cos square x is equal to sin square x. Let us write it here. Multiply the numerator. It will be cos x minus cos square x. And denominator we have sin square x. Now separate them out. Cos x by sin square x minus cos square x by sin square x. Now what do you get here? See, cos x by sin square x, you can write it as cos by sin into sin. Cos by sin is cot x. What is 1 by sin? 1 by sin is cosec x. So let us write it as cosec x. Cos square x by sin square x is cot square x. Now let us take the integration of the, now we are ready for the integration. Cot x cosec x has a standard result, which is negative cosec x, and this cot square x. Cot square x we cannot do because we still need a standard result. Cot square x doesn't have any standard result. So we can write it as cot square x as minus cosec x square x minus, because it is plus actually, negative outside. So we have cot x cosec x minus cosec square x and plus 1. Actually it is cot square x is cosec square x minus 1, because of the negative we have dealt with the negative sign. Now let us, what we have got. We have got plus this cosec square x integration is minus cot x. So we got plus cot x and plus x dx is this one. So which is the standard result? Already question 27 has been done. Again the same thing, you can revisit question number 26. This question has already been done, but for the sake of completion, just see how it is being done. If you have any problem, just comment me, I will go through it. Now these are different kind of question. F dash x is equal to x minus 1 by x square. F1 is given as half, and we need to find out the original equation. We'll start with f dash x. and this is going to be x minus 1 by x square I am taking it in the numerator, it will be x raised minus 2. X goes up, it will be x raised minus 2. Okay, now we need to integrate both the sides. Now you know the integration of d by dx is cancellation, you will get the same result again. So f d by dx, if you take the integration, this is a cancellation, straightforward cancellation. I told you earlier also. So when we integrate, what do we get? F dash x, we get fx. Integration of x minus x square, let us integrate it. The integration of x is simply x square by 2. Integration of x minus 2 is x raised minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1. This will give you x raised minus 1 by minus 1, so it will be minus 1 by x. Minus minus become plus, so it will be 1 by x. Okay, you need to have a constant of integration. So whole idea of getting this constant of integration to get the original function, this f1 equals to half is given. Now put everywhere x. So f1 will be 1 square by 2 plus 1 by 1 plus c. This gives you half plus 1 plus c. f1 is already given in the question, is half. This gets cancelled. C is simply equals to negative 1. Now put it here in the original equation which we got. So fx equals to x square by 2 plus 1 by x and minus 1. This is your original equation. So this is how you are going to do it. This is a different kind of question, and there are questions which are coming like this only. F dash x is equals to x plus b. f1 is given 5, f2 is 13. We have to find out the original function fx. Since f dash x is already given, let us integrate it. And integration of a differential is original function only. So I am integrating both the sides. F dash x integration with respect to dx is original function, which is fx only. So let us write it as fx. Alright. Integration and differentiation are counterparts. They don't go hand in hand. One is opposite of another. So we have fx. Integration of x will be x square by 2. Integration of b is bx. And constant of integration. Now, previous question, only one thing was given. Just because one variable was there. But we have b and c. Two different constants are there. So we need to find those values. For that we need this f1. f1 equals to, I am putting 1 in this equation, x square by 2 plus bx plus c. Now I am placing 2 here. So f2 is going to be 2 square by 2 plus 2 into b plus c. Now what do we get from here? f1 is already given in the question, is 5 equals to half plus b plus c. Here what do you get? f2 equals to 13. 2 square by 2 is 2 only. This is twice of b plus c, constant of integration. Now these are two equations we got. So multiply this equation by 2, the left equation I am talking about. You get 10 equals 1 plus b plus twice b plus twice c. On the right, what is going on? 2b plus c equals to 11, because 13 minus 2 is 11. So 2b plus 2c equals 9. 2b plus c equals to 11. Let us solve it. Now subtract these two equations. When you subtract this, 2b gets cancelled. C minus 2c is negative c. 11 minus 9 is 2. So you are getting c equals to negative 2. C equals to negative 2 is what we get. But we also need to have b. So in any of the equation which we formulated, just put, I am taking the second equation. So 13 equals to 2 plus 2b minus 2, because c is minus 2. From here we get b equals to 13 by 2. So c is minus 2, b is 13 by 2. Now place it here. So this fx is going to be equal to x square by 2 plus 13 by 2 into x. And this c is negative 2, so negative 2. This is your original equation. Alright. So whatever has been discussed is in front of you. All this putting, solving has to be written by you. Kindly write it. Okay. Because I tell you logic, it's your responsibility to write in the language which you know better. Now this f dash x equals to this one, 8x cube minus 2x. So let us integrate both the sides. You know by now that how it is going to be solved. F dash x is going to be 8x cube minus 2x, integration both sides. This becomes fx. This is 8, x cube is x raised 4 by 4 minus twice. This will be x square by 2. And plus the constant of integration. Fx will be equal to, this goes to 2x raised 4 minus 2 gets cancelled. Here you get minus x square with a constant of integration. Now it's already given f2 equals to 8 in this. Now when f2 is given as 8, put x equals to 2 in this equation. So f2, this is 2 into, this is actually equal to 8. So 2 into 2 raised 4 minus 2 raised 4 by plus c. 2 raised 5 it is 32 minus 2 to the 4 plus c. And this is equal to 8. From here you will get c equals to minus 20. Because 32 minus 4 is 28. 28 goes here. 28 and 8 gives you minus 28 plus c is 8 is minus 20. Now put it in the original equation. Fx is equal to 2x raised 4 minus x square and constant of integration, which is negative 20. This is your final solution. So this is how, if you understood this. Now this is a question of 5 marks. I am telling you this one. Because this will lead you to 3 constants being found. A, B and a constant of integration that is going to come. So f dash 0 is given, f0 is given, and f pi by 2 is also given. So this f dash x is equal to a sin x plus b cos x. Now let us integrate both the sides first of all. Once you integrate this, integration of f dash x will be fx. Integration of sin x. See, there are 49 questions we have to do. So I'm just doing it quickly. And these things are all very known to you up till now. So integration of sin x directly I'm doing. Integration of sin x is what? Tell me. Minus cos x. What is integration of cos x? It's simply sin x. So you have b sin x here. And with a constant of integration, just add a constant integration c. Now what do you see here? We have a, b, c. So for that, the question is also being formulated like this only. F dash 0 is given. What is f dash 0? Original equation. F dash, let us do this one first. The original equation, f dash 0 is given. So let us do this first. We have f dash x equals to a sin x plus b cos x. F dash x, that is f dash 0. This is equals to 4. Now I am placing x as 0. So it will be a sin 0 plus b cos 0. Sin 0 is 0. This becomes 0. B cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So we have b equals to 4. One of the value we have got. Now let us use the another relationship. f0 equals to c. Now let us put f0 which is equals to 3. Now minus a cos 0 here plus b sin 0 plus constant of integration. Now sin 0 is 0. This vanishes. We have minus a cos 0 is 1. So minus a plus c equals to 3. This is one of the equation we got. Now we have to formulate another equation also. And that can be computed by f pi by 2 equals to 5, which is given in the question. F pi by 2 equals to 5. Now place this f pi by 2 in this equation which we got after integrating this equation I'm talking about. So f pi by 2 is minus a cos pi by 2 plus b sin pi by 2 plus constant of integration. Now this sin 0 is 0, sin pi by 2 is 1. Cos 0 is 1, cos pi by 2 is 0. So cos terms will vanish. You will get b plus c equals to 5. This is another equation you got. Okay. Now b is already known to you. How? Remember we have done b equals to 4 already. So we have these two equations, but since the b equals to 4 is already known to us, now place it here. B equals to 4. So 5 equals to 4 plus c. C equals to 5 minus 4, that is 1. So you have c equals to 1, b equals to 4. One more thing is remaining. Now let us use this equation. 3 equals to negative a plus 1. Negative a is equals to 2. A equals to negative 2. So now a, b, c is known to us. We have fx equals to negative a cos x plus b sin x plus c. Place all of them in this fx. Fx was received when we integrated f dash x. Remember, this is 2 cos x. B is 4 sin x and constant of integration c was 1. This is your final result. That's why I was telling that this is a 5 marks question. And all these now putting and solving, we have this you have to write. Other things I have already told you. Write the primitive and antiderivative. These are just jargons or words. Primitive and antiderivative just means we are talking about what? Okay? Is just the integration. So you just have to integrate this one. Antiderivative, primitive is just integration. Integration of fx. So you are going to integrate this one. This is x raised half. And 1 by root x is of course x raised minus half. This goes up. So I will not tell you how this x minus half has come. This is up to you to decide. So we x raised half plus 1 divided by half plus 1. Here you get x raised minus half plus 1 minus half plus 1. So x raised 3 by 2 twice of 2 by 3 goes up. This is negative 1 half, so 2 goes up. This is x raised half plus constant of integration. This is your primitive or antiderivative, which is essentially you are talking about the integration only. So this is your solution in front of you. So we have almost done 50 questions now. I hope you have understood this. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Take care of yourself.